I went to 3 colleges. So like I started off at Georgia Tech
Okay.
my freshman and sophomore year, and then I transferred to West Virginia my junior year and senior year, and then I ended up transferring to LSU my graduate year, my COVID year. And so between really, yeah, my Georgia Tech years, my West Virginia years, it was really hard. And I wanted to give up. But then when I got to LSU, it was like I'm playing for Coach Monkey and
Right.
stuff like that. And things were working out. I was working real hard. I was starting all year, and that's when I was like, it's finally coming together.
Right.
And then, had adversity not starting. I could have pouted. I could have been like, forget this. I'm not starting. So let me just be selfish and not contribute to my team. I still had the right mindset. I was cheering my teammates on. I probably wasn't playing that much, but I kept my head in the game. And then the championship game, 3 starters was in foul trouble. And then I came in, did my thing, and I won a ring.
What up, world? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the COSIGN Conversations. We are here at COSIGN Loft, presented by COSIGN Magazine. I have a very special guest today. I have NCAA champion. I have athlete, student athlete. I have creative. I have Jasmine Carson here today. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Just got that ship, won that
Yeah.
trophy. I used to have hoop dreams growing up.
Okay.
I did, but I'm 5'7", from Killeen. It didn't go far. I didn't go far, but I tried. I tried. But for those who don't know you, I want to kind of start off with that. Like, who is Jasmine Carson? Because people may see you, especially now after you won the ship. Like, they see you out moving around. They know you from an athlete, but who are you really?
I mean, I'm just a calm, chill, energetic person. I work hard, in anything that I do.
Okay.
I just have a creative mindset. And I just like meeting new people and connecting with new people and just bringing that light into the world.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Speaking of like working hard, I seen on your Instagram, right, you had some merch that says "Stay Ready," right?
Yes.
It's 2 words that people say, "Hey, you got to stay ready," but it's not as easy as people think, right? So, kind of talk to us about like how you stay ready, how you got that mindset to always be ready at any time.
Yeah, I think with being an athlete, like you just always have to stay ready. You have to prepare. You have to, work hard. You just have to have a grounded mindset. With me, I believe in God, so
Sure.
I have faith, and something that I really care about is just always being ready and preparing and having faith in what God has planned for you. So that's why I wanted to come out with the merchandise, Stay Ready, because in that championship game,
Yeah.
I was ready,
ready.
and I stayed ready. So it'll be more merchandise coming out. I'm
Okay.
about to start a clothing line too.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, before we get into the clothing line, I want to talk about that game because it applies not only to sports but into like business, into life in general, right? Like, you were called up and you showed out.
Yeah.
Like, did the spotlight, did the stage, anything deter you, or did you have any fear, or it was like you was just ready for that moment?
No, well, what people don't know is I was starting the whole year. So during that championship run, I came off the bench. So it wasn't like I wasn't ready for that moment.
Right.
Of course, I stayed ready, but my role changed, but my mindset never changed. So with me coming off the bench, I was just playing like I normally do.
Gotcha.
And, I just had, one of the games of my life. So
For sure.
it just all worked out in the end.
Yeah, but it also goes back to pressure because, man, I love the NBA and, no slight to any players, but you'll see when it comes to playoffs, some people just don't show up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's the pressure or like it's all on their shoulders to get it done, but they don't show up. Did you feel any pressure?
I didn't. It was crazy. Like, I was just zoned out. Like, some people, like Beyonce, she always said when she goes on stage, like she's just a completely different person. That game, it was different. Like before the game, I was just zoned out. It was no fear in me at all.
Oh, wow.
And I was just ready. Like I just wanted to win a championship. And I think that game is when I finally realized, like, wow, like you're actually here, like in front of like 30,000 fans, and you're about to compete for a national title. So yeah.
How has life changed since then? Matter of fact, let's start with this. How many followers did you have before that game?
So I had like 17,000 followers before that game.
And now you're
After the game, when I got my phone, I had like 60,000. And so then like a week after, I had like 100,000, and it just kept going up. So even for TikTok, like I had made a new TikTok account. I had 2,000 followers on TikTok, and now I have like 89,000.
Dang.
So yeah, social media is huge, and you know, women's basketball. I think this year LSU put women's basketball on the map, and so I think social media is a huge outlet to increase the viewership on women's basketball.
Nah, for sure. What I'm also loving is the climate and the culture. You know, on both sides of basketball, women and men, because you're starting to see these commercials now to where there's intertwined, and it's like bringing more notoriety and exposure to, you know, the WNBA, which I like. Like, for example, you know, the commercial, I think Jimmy Butler's in there with the air ball. It goes back and forth. That's a good one. And then I think there's another one with Drewski, where it has NBA players and WNBA players. Like, I like that it's starting to be a thing to where everybody's coming together and, you know, sharing that spotlight. If you had to be in a commercial with, you know, some other athletes, but I would say NCAA, like men's athletes, who would it be? Who you want in there?
I didn't really watch the men's side this year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, me neither.
I'm trying to think of a male player that I didn't
won
really,
this year.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I know I can think of NBA players off the top of my head.
Okay, let's do NBA then.
LeBron James. I would want to do it.
Nah, of course. The GOAT.
Yeah, or Jimmy became my new favorite player.
You did?
Yeah, one of my new favorite players.
I like Jimmy. He pissed me off last game though.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the last game.
He pissed me off. He had 28 points, but it was like a quiet 28.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't like take control like he should have, but you know, they're still going to, you know, the finals, so that's love. Salute to them. Speaking of, you know, when you win a ship, you get to go to the White House, right? Mm-hmm. But if I saw your Instagram career, that's your second time going?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, tell me about that first time when you was a kid first.
Yeah, so the first time I went to the White House, my granny, she was on the National Democratic, what is it? National Democratic Party.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was like, she called me. I was like 10 years old.
Okay.
She was like, do you want to go to the White House? I was like, yeah, I want to go to the White House. So I met Barack Obama, Michelle Obama.
Oh, wow.
And I got several pictures with them. So yeah, and so I went to the White House, but it was because I won a national championship,
right.
So it was different. And I enjoyed it. Yeah.
How was it? I mean, I know there's a cultural difference meeting the Obamas and then meeting the Bidens. Yeah. How was your experience with the Bidens overall, would you say?
Yeah, they were wonderful. They showed great hospitality, took a lot of pictures there, explored D.C.,
okay,
downtown. So it was nice.
I've never been to D.C. I got to go. But I saw you use drip. You had that drip. You had that swag on. Talk about what you had on.
Yeah, so I just had on Jordan 1s with white pants with this custom made top suit.
Okay.
So Vision, he made that suit for me.
Okay.
He's a stylist.
Where's he based out of?
L.A.
L.A. Okay. What's his? Give him Instagram real quick, because if you go on Instagram, you see this top blazer was fire.
Yeah, it's Vision Toussaint. I think it's Vision TOUISSANT.
Okay.
If I'm spelling it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow him and get some for the COSIGN Awards, because the blazer was on fire. Another thing I want to talk about. You familiar with Tashara Parker? So she's an Emmy Award winning journalist here in Dallas. She has this thing called the Crown Act, where she kind of like advocates for, you know, natural hair and, you know, all types of workplaces, right? And when we love to see on TV, you had your hair, you got the golden brown. Kind of reminds me of what's that movie called, Meteor Man? I don't know if y'all remember that, but you might be too young for this. The golden lures kind of remind me of that, but it's fire. So kind of talk to us what made you want to wear your hair in this style and, you know, the inspiration behind it.
Yeah, I think, I just want to be an inspiration to young Black girls that, you know, you can wear your hair any kind of way that you want to. I think I had a few, a lot of people criticize my hair.
Right.
Yeah, wearing it during the national championship game. Well, I didn't even do my hair before the national championship game. Like I was too locked in. I was like, forget my hair.
Yeah.
I didn't care because the national championship game I wore it like a puff ball.
Okay.
And so then Boosie made a tweet saying that I'm like LSU Ice Spice. And so then I got a lot of comments about my hair that was like, do your hair, like, why is your hair like that and stuff like that. But like Black women, they're always criticized about their hair, the way they wear their hair. And with me, I just always like wearing my natural hair and representing for the natural community. So
that's amazing. I'm gonna show my daughter this clip because I gotta show my age, but I got a 15-year-old daughter. And she's always asking me, can I get my hair straight? Can I get my hair straight? And I'm like, nah, like, enjoy your natural hair. Like, it's beautiful. Like, and then now she getting to the point in high school, like, people asking her, like, oh, I like your hair. How do you do your hair? And I'm like, see, if you listen to me, you'd get the same type of attention, when you're younger, but you always want your hair straightened because of school you was going to. So I'm going to definitely let my daughter hear this because I'm definitely an advocate for it, too. You should definitely connect with the Shark. She advocates for, natural hair. All the time. But when you speak about criticism, right, how are you able to deal with that? Especially, just even like 19, 20, I'm sorry, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. My bad. But how are you able to deal with criticism so young? Because when I was younger, like, I was either like super like hot-tempered or I was really chill. So like I would let anything get to me. I would take stuff personal. How are you able to block that off and kind of stay calm and not ignore
Yeah, like I read some comments, but I don't really like go through comments or just read negativity online because I just like to have a calm peace of mind. So I really don't pay attention to the criticism. And then LSU this year, we had a lot of criticism about our team, like our non-conference was weak, and it was just a lot of controversy around our team. But we didn't really take it to heart. You just got to stay focused and. As you build and become more popular, I think for your mental health, you can't, read comments.
Right.
Because some people can take it and some people can't take it. So it just depends what type of person you are.
You have your notifications on?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So you see everything?
Yeah, some comments. I decide if I read a little bit and then I see something negative, I just swipe. I don't really be reading.
Gotcha. You don't delete it?
I don't even delete them. I just leave it there. That's how much I don't be caring.
That's real. So what would you say is next for you? Because there's so many options you have, so many opportunities. What do you want to do? I know that probably people are maybe saying you should do this, but what do you want to do?
I have a lot of decisions to make, a lot of opportunities. I can go overseas, explore the world, play basketball. I also can, I have a lot of mentors that want to take me under their wing and show me stuff about real estate, entrepreneurship, clothing brands, partnerships. Okay. I think I'm young, and I think that the sky's the limit, and you can be more than one thing to be successful in life.
Right.
So whether or not it is basketball, I think in the business aspect, I have a lot of people that are willing to help me and willing to take me under their wing and show me the way. And so I think that's great.
Do you still love playing the game of basketball? Because I know athletes, like they play since they were a kid. And, even at 22, if you started at 16 years or 14 years, like, do you still love playing it or now it's just, you're just used to it?
Yeah, I love playing basketball. Every time my hand touches the basketball, like I'm a natural born shooter. Like I can just shoot from anywhere. But I think the game of basketball, I will always love the game of basketball. It has made me meet tremendous people. I've traveled across the world, and it's been great to me.
I know you mentioned overseas, and it always brings up this movie, Loving Basketball. When they go out there and who would you want to have a career overseas? The only reason why I ask that is because you are away from family for long periods of time. People being homesick is real. Sometimes time change, culture shock. Can you see yourself doing that, or is it something that you would just do until you figure out your next decision?
Yeah, yeah, that's just a decision because it's pros and
Right.
cons. I will be away from my family, the time different. I like living in the United States. I like
Right.
being stable. I don't like moving place to place to place. So in the women's basketball aspect, I think the game is growing, but it's
Right.
not like, the men's and NBA where, in the WNBA, you never know if you're gonna get cut this week, next week, and then what's your next plan. So I think for us women that's playing basketball, we have a lot of decisions to make.
Right.
But yeah, that's something I have to think about. What sacrifices I want to make, and if I'm willing to sacrifice it to play the game that I love.
Gotcha. On this subject, I usually ask a lot of athletes this. I asked NBA veteran Josh Howard this when we interviewed him. Would you rather be in the WNBA where you're at home, you could be around your family, you could be seen more, but you don't get no burn. You stay on the bench. Or you go overseas where you start, get a lot of playing time.
I would rather stay in the United States and not get playing time. But yeah, because I would. I would be close to my family. Don't have to worry about the time change. I would be in the WNBA and not getting playing time. So
Yeah. I think that would internally kill you though, like seeing people out there hoop, knowing that like, man, you can't get out there or you don't know when your opportunity is. That might internally hurt you though on the inside.
it may, but a lot of endorsements may come from being
True.
in the WNBA. It's only 144 spots. Not every female gets to be in the WNBA, so I think that's something to look at as well. It's just about how you look at things. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. And not to go too left before we get out of here, I have this new thing that we do called COSIGN Confessions, right? Typically we do it for like entrepreneurs, but I feel like this would be a perfect fit for you as well. Can you confess or talk to us about a time to where, you faced adversity, like you failed, you almost wanted to give up, but you overcame it, and how you overcame that adversity?
Yeah, so I went to 3 colleges. So I started off at Georgia Tech
Okay.
my freshman and sophomore year, and then I transferred to West Virginia my junior year and senior year, and then I ended up transferring to LSU my graduate year, my COVID year, and so between my Georgia Tech years, my West Virginia years, it was really hard, and I wanted to give up, but then when I got to LSU, it was like I'm playing for Coach Mulkey and stuff like that, and things were working out. I was working real hard, I was starting all year, and that's when I was like, it's finally coming together.
Right.
And then, had adversity not starting. I could have pouted. I could have been like, forget this. I'm not starting, so let me just be selfish and not contribute to my team. I still had the right mindset. I was cheering my teammates on. I probably wasn't playing that much, but I kept my head in the game, and then the championship game, 3 starters was in foul trouble, and then I came in, did my thing, and I won a ring.
Won a ring. Nah, salute to you for that. Definitely did your thing. 21 points in the first half with a buzzer beater at halftime.
Yep.
Man, it's crazy. It was one of those legendary games. When we talk about basketball, we talked about life. If anything, I would say, I'm going to ask you is, what has basketball taught you about life?
Yeah, basketball taught me in life really to just never give up because, you never know when you will win. I never would have thought, my agent, the night before the championship game, he was saying, Jasmine, you got one more game left. You got one more game left. This could be your shot and stuff like that. And I was like, I only got one more game left. What can I do in one game? And then the day after, I had the game of my life. So it was just crazy. So I would just say, in life, just never give up because tomorrow you may be able to win.
Nah, that's definitely for sure. And then if people don't believe that, they can also, Google Jeremy Lin, who had an amazing game, who changed the trajectory of his career. So, so, it only takes one game, one opportunity, to make a life-changing aspect of your life. So that's amazing to you. And this is COSIGN Magazine, so we got to ask this before we get out of here, right? So a cosign, like a stamp of approval, is somebody who vouches for you. who would you say is the first person that co-signed you? I'm saying two fields when it came to maybe you playing basketball, who saw something in you, could be a coach, could be a family member that saw something in you and really wanted to, help you and support you. And then who's like the first person to like really co-sign you post, college to help you, as a woman now transition into, your next phase of career?
Okay, well, I would say my mom and sister.
Okay.
They've been with me since the beginning, so it's only right that I give that to them. And then, after basketball right now, it would be Rodney. He's been a lot of help in row. In row.
Okay. Shout out to Rodney and Row. I know Row too.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's always great to have good people around you that see something in you to help you get to that next level. And before we get our last question is, what's your favorite quote that you live by?
That's crazy. I don't even have a quote.
So I give you mine to maybe that help your brain. So mine is, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Okay.
So that just helps me shoot my shot when I'm here. And sometimes I don't want to pitch to a new sponsor or new business. I'm like, all right, man, you got to keep shooting. You got to keep shooting. Yeah. And then I'll keep sending out emails, keep doing cold calls until, I close something that day.
I thought of one.
Okay, what you got?
100 no's may lead to one yes. So keep going and keep asking. That's
real. So we're on the same page. It's all the same vibe. But Jasmine, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Please, it's my producer. This is a live podcast. My producer over here helping me out. I gotta ask you another question. He wants to know, who do you co-sign?
Who do I for a stamp of approval?
Yeah, who do you co-sign for? Like, it could be another business, could be an entrepreneur, could be another athlete. Who do you want to like give some light to?
You already know LeBron James.
LeBron James don't need our cosign.
He don't need my cosign, but I'm trying to think. Other than LeBron. And in the sports.
It doesn't have to be. Like earlier, I would say, even like how you shouted out your stylist, that's one form. But you already said him. So we got to say somebody else. You already said Rodney. And you already said Ro.
Okay. I would say Luster's hair product because I use it on my hair.
Pink Luster?
So, yes.
Okay.
So we could probably collab on something.
Hey.
So, yeah, they got my cosign.
Shoot that shot.
Because they keep my hair right. Hey. So, Luster's, yeah.
Yeah, Luster's, if y'all want to, like, collaborate, make sure y'all holler at, she got a team. Make sure y'all get prepared, though, because we need that. But, yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in to COSIGN Conversations. Jasmine, please give your Instagram, website where they can find you at, all that good stuff.
Instagram is JazzC2_. And my Twitter is JazzC2. Yeah.
Make sure y'all follow ASAP. I'm KG, COSIGN Magazine. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. And, if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. Maybe Jasmine will see it and maybe respond to you. As always, please continue the COSIGN life. Until next time, we'll see y'all guys later.